Well, it's great that the Palestinian people are finally allowed to be given aid, though it's pretty wild how one nation can still decide if a group of people deserve help or not.
Jay, first, to break down what we know about this aid for Palestinians, what will it include and how quickly will it get there?
Yeah, and just the basics. So we're talking about food, water, medicine, but it's basics they haven't received for quite some time. And understand that there are truckloads of food, of water, of medicine that have been staging along the border crossing, the Rafah crossing with Egypt, for days from around the world, trying to get into 2 million or so people caught in the middle of this conflict in Gaza. And now it appears after a request from President Biden and signaling that he intends to send that $100 million in aid, that border crossing may begin to open up. Israel today saying just after the president left that they would no longer stand in the way of those goods getting into the people who need them inside of Gaza. Now,
Why is the Israeli government allowed to decide if Palestinian people get food, water, and medical aid? Why are they punishing the civilians?
the Egyptian government has said all along that they're ready to open up the border going in and allowing those provisions to go in. We'll see how the process works out. But that is a big change if it comes to fruition.
And Jay, there's been a lot of confusion over that explosion at the hospital there in Gaza. We know that U.S. officials are saying that it was likely a Palestinian Islamic Jihad rocket that misfired. But what else are you hearing from officials there on the ground?
Yeah, looking at data, what the U.S. Has said is that they do believe that it was a misfired rocket from the Islamic Jihad. They're saying it was likely the cause of that. Hamas has said, A, that there are 500 people dead, and B, that it was an Israeli fighter jet and part of the airstrikes that led to the explosion at that hospital. I think it's important to point out, NBC News, no other agency can confirm any of this because we're not allowed inside. We can't go and physically be at that site. What you're hearing on the ground is a lot of speculation and a lot of people just not certain who is at fault here, not certain who is to blame for what overnight was just a horrible, horrible tragedy.
Something needs to happen because if it was if the hospital did get struck on purpose, then that's a war crime. And if it's an accident, then there's still some investigations that need to be done to see who's at fault for so many people dying.